When we think of messes, we think of our cars, our rooms, even our lives. But we never think of our digital clutter as messes. Given how much we interface with our electronics, it's fair to assume that at some point, the contents within needs some organization. Digital clutter can be mentally taxing whether we realize it or not. If you are a photographer, especially one who's trying to grow in your craft, the necessity to organize your photo catalog begins to creep up on you in time. I would even go as far to say that getting around to organizing your photo catalog can help contribute to you becoming a better photographer. And before you click off this video, just hear me out as to my reasons why. I want to share with you the 5 reasons why I think that you should finally get around to organizing your photo catalog. This video is not a how-to, it's not a golden rule, it's not a definitive answer on my end. I happen to use Lightroom to store and edit all my photos, but whatever photo system you use, all the points I'm trying to convey still apply. But for anyone who's curious to know my system, let me go over it very quickly. In Lightroom, I use only one catalog to store all of my photos. All of my photos live under one catalog. This idea is even backed up by award-winning photographer and Lightroom enthusiast Scott Kelby, that guy right there.
You can only use one catalog. Adobe, this is straight from Adobe's advice. Just use one catalog.
See, he just said it. Him.
All photos live there under one hood. I then break everything down into collections. Not the kind of collections that call you asking for money, but collections to organize your Lightroom catalog. I use collections as my main interface when navigating my Lightroom catalog. I break collections down into years and use collection sets to categorize certain events or topics that happened within that year. As a street, travel, lifestyle photographer with the occasional paid gig on the side, this system works the best for me. All that said, let's get to the point. Reason number 1 why you should finally get around to organizing your photo catalog. It simply helps with photo recall. Since doing this process very recently, I've already been asked by 2 clients that I've worked with in the past to retrieve some older photos that they need for new purposes. And the ability to recall these photos in a flash not only helps my optics of being a professional, but it also lessens my worry as to whether or not I have them. I know in an instant if I do or don't. And it makes it seem to the client that you're not just abandoning the project as soon as the money's received. And even if you're not doing client work, there's a lot of benefits to being able to quickly relocate your images. As a growing photographer, we find all sorts of reasons to dig up photos from the past for new purposes. Don't let the burden of searching prevent you from doing that. Reason 2 and 3 are similar, but are different. And reason number 2 is it helps you see the past differently. When you begin this process, you begin to scour previous folders, and you might start to wonder, why did I ever discard that photo? Why did I not use that composition? Because your perception of what good is and your perception of good composition changes over time. It makes you wonder why you ever held photos in high or low regard in the first place. By engaging in this process, you learn yourself, your habits, what you have a lot of, what you're lacking, what you still need to improve on. A good spring cleaning can help you understand where you're at as a photographer. And by being able to see the past with new eyes, that helps you track your growth. By organizing your catalog, you're exposed to previous edits. By organizing my Lightroom catalog by year, I have certainly been able to see how my edits have changed over time. I began getting serious about photography in 2020, and already by now in 2025, I can really see a huge difference in my editing style between the 2 points. I see some photos that I had sent off to friends and paid clients that frankly embarrass me. And it's good to be embarrassed. It's good to see that because that indicates growth. It's like me listening to a song I made when I was 18 years old compared to a song I made last year. I don't know what it is about seeing your photos in an aerial sort of myriad, the way photo catalogs allow you to, that when you scrub throughout the years, it's like a weird version of speed reading. Over time, you begin to develop, like I said, a new way of seeing good compositions. And when you scrub that catalog quickly throughout the years, you can literally see your photos getting better and better throughout time. And I think the organizational process provides this experience. Speaking of growth, I think it's crucial for anyone who's getting serious about filmmaking to have good royalty-free music. All music in today's video is licensed through Melody, a platform packed with high-quality tracks that are perfect for creators. Whether you're making YouTube content, podcasts, or anything in between, Melody makes it easy to find the right sound without worrying about copyright issues. I have partnered with them to give you an exclusive discount that you can find in the description below. And back to it. Reason number 4, it incentivizes me to shoot more. It really does. Now that I've confronted the clutter situation, I can do away with the stress of disarray on my hard drive. On days where I'm like, oh, I'll take my camera out and do some shooting, I found myself on those days going, no, I got the clutter situation. I don't want to add more fuel to the fire until I get that finally situated. I didn't want to contribute to a growing mess. And now that I've done that, now that I've confronted the problem and I have everything in its place, I'm able to see holes in my work. I'm able to see areas that I'm lacking. I'm able to see the type of shots that my catalog needs. So it inspires me to go out and shoot to fill those holes. It sounds gross, but I mean artistically speaking. And finally, number 5, it sets a well-needed routine moving forward. Now, instead of just recklessly offloading my SD card into random spots on my computer, I now have a habitual, methodical process that I use every single time, as I've mentioned before. We are creatures of habit, and that has been proven to be healthy for the mind. All of what I've mentioned above in these 5 reasons are building blocks to help anyone further develop and hone in on their artistic vision. And that's what all this is about. Well, I hope anything that I've mentioned in this video inspires you to finally get your shit together, buddy. If you're a photographer, X amount of years into your craft and your photos are still in disarray, just set aside the time to do it, because it will have proven to be a building block to your success as a photographer. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. A like, a subscribe, a comment, all these things do help. Bye.